And one thing that Hunter, you mentioned that I kind of want to talk about is the role of being a role model in the chat. And, and when you're not banning swords, like it's actually a part of most mods' jobs to kind of drive conversation and make sure chat's flowing, questions are getting answered, commands are getting plugged when the streamer mentions like their Twitter. Like the mods are the ones that link it in chat when they shout someone out, welcoming new people, saying hi and bye. This is like chat is moderators are so important to keeping chat flowing and actually like driving conversation.
The pun occurred to me and I can't escape it, so everybody has to join my suffering with this. Putting the mod in role model.
Okay. Okay.
But I think it's 100% accurate, right? So like if you and actually like working it into like massaging it into the relationship that you have with mods and the mods have with you and then with the community is very important too, and how you manage to do that is vital. If you want, cheers and tips and subs to be celebrated, your first stop should be the mods, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you want that as a key part of your community, that's something you need to communicate to your mods. And that I assume also that mods need to keep an eye out for and pick up on if it hasn't been explicitly communicated, right? You can hear the streamer say a thing in certain circumstances and, ascertain, although ideally it's communicated explicitly, ascertain whether or not that's something that is, a desirable behavior for the community as a whole. And if that's true, as a mod, that's something that you would ideally be picking up and adding into your, performance as a mod. The hellos, the goodbyes, the, somebody just had a tough day at work, so you're the first one to spread the love. Somebody had, a great thing happen, you're the first one to cheer them on. All of those sorts of things being, the term that I've been using for the last year or so is exemplar. Being exemplar for behavior types, that role model. I think that's a perfect. It's a perfect something. I don't know what the word is on the other side of that. It's something.
I think going the other way too is you don't want your moderators driving people away by having
for sure.
Too many inside jokes or anything right off the bat. You want them to be welcoming and not pushing people away or anything like that.
For sure. That's a really great point. Wes, how do you feel about being a role model of my channel?
Wait, am I a role model in your channel?
You are. No. You're a mod, so yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's absolutely true what Hunter was saying, where mods inspire and set the standard for behavior. Especially when he said like the hello goodbye. Seems like a very small thing, but if the mods are the ones setting that example and chat is picking up on that example, there is a reason that so many people come into Loco's chat and say, whoa, what a welcoming community.
I know.
It's not on accident. Like,
no,
she wants her mods to say hi to people and encourage that behavior. Sorry for spilling your industry secrets a lot.
Yeah, because I don't do that every week already on the show.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that's just setting that example. And you can do that with anything. If you say, hey, mods, let's get more hype when someone donates bits. I saw someone donate yesterday and nobody said hype or anything. And it's like, I want people to feel rewarded for giving something, even if it's just by other people in chat. So yeah, and I would absolutely 100% say, don't be afraid to communicate that to your mods, because there are a lot of streamers that I've modded for that want their community to change, but they don't start with the mods. And I'm like, well, you've got a mod who's a troll and an absolute jerk. I mean, if you want a nicer community, you should probably talk to that mod and say, hey, you're a role model here. Don't act like that.
Yeah. In my opinion, mods are just as, if not more, responsible for shaping the culture of a channel, honestly. Like,
I think it's equal.
Yeah, but it's also like, I feel like, especially as a bigger channel, the mods cover a lot more than you will. Like, you will start to miss hellos and you will be late to saying, thanking supporters because you're in the middle of a moment or a raid or something like that. And that's the mods, if they are in tune with what needs to be done, they will be the first people to welcome someone new in, or explain the rules to someone, or, you know, plug something in your channel before you even get the chance to say it.
Yeah, and as a viewer too, you do see the little green sword in chat, and there's kind of a difference in when you're listening to the streamer versus when you're reading text on the screen. You're gonna associate the green sword with the mods, and they're gonna stand out a little bit, just kind of like the audio does. So it's kind of a differentiator too, that you can physically see the mods and their text in chat.